Hello. I hope this audio is better on my headphones. Alright, let me open up Design Shop. Screen. Transition. Ha! Alright. This should be the screen. Okay. Alright. Okay, no more messages. Okay. So, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pick some lettering. Alright. So I think I want to do like Happy Days. Why not? So this is going to be pretty big, and I need to find out what the arc is going to be of this lettering before I can. Let's see, overhead. That's the one I want. Okay. Before I can actually create the arc that goes around it. So the hat is going to already tell me what my arc is. And I have this handy dandy cheat sheet that I've had for 20 years. I'll see if I can find it and post a link to it. And this actually shows you what arcs, what the percentage of the arc is going to be. So if I line up my hat, I need to find the one that matches the curve of the hat the best. Let's see. Looks like that one is a little too... This is kind of in between, so it's not going to be 8. 8 is a little too tight, and it looks like 10 is a little too loose. So I'm probably going to be somewhere around a 9 for this hat. So this is going to be the arc that I have to set when I set up my lettering. Okay. Alright, change screen. Change, jump back here. Okay, so when I go into my lettering, I'm going to go to the arc in the properties and set that up. It's going to be an arc here, and right here where it says radius 3 inches, that's where I'm going to put that 9 in. And that's going to be the 9-inch curve to go around this hat. But we also got to decide how big we want our letters. Maybe we'll go 2 inches. 2 inches is pretty big. I'm going to pick a cute font. Just because I like it. We're going to use calligraphic. So, calligraphic serif is the one that I picked just because I like it. It's kind of cute but blocky. Let's see, I got my height, I got the arc set, and got my lettering down. So if I turn on the hoop setting for this, it's going to be up here. The current hoop is on your standard 5.5, but if I change this to the hoop I'm going to be using, let's see, I'll do the 17 by 11. So see, it's way too big to fit in the hoop for one hooping. So I'm going to have to take these two words and break them apart and stitch each word out individually and rehoop the hat twice. Once to sew the word happy and once to sew the word days. And I think it's going the wrong direction. It is. Alright, go back into properties because it needs to go counterclockwise. And flipped. There we go. Happy days. Around the hat that way. Perfect. Okay. Got the right curve. Got the right arc. So do we have our tie-in and tie-offs? We do. What underlays do I have? Looks like auto underlay, which is going to be just fine for this hat. Density. I think I'm going to do my density a little tight, 3.8, just to give the stitches some really closeness. Alright, so I've got it all set. Now I'm going to, the easiest way I'm going to do this is just duplicate it. So I don't have to go back and redo all of those settings. And I'm just going to go into the first lettering here and make that just the word happy. Take out the rest of it because that's going to maintain my arc and everything. Uh-oh. Alright, I'll be right back. Have an emergency call. I don't know how to stop it, so I'm just going to lay it down.
Be right back.
Any chat anywhere.
I'm monitoring it all.
Ah, okay.
There's two viewers on YouTube.
Okay. Sorry about that, everybody. I had to, when Melco calls, I go answer the phone. It was an important call. Okay, so next. Finish this lettering. So in this one, I'm going to get rid of happy, because we have that already. I'm going to apply that. Excellent. So now I have my two pieces. So I'm going to copy days and make a new file and paste that in there. And we're going to center that. And I'm going to do a file save as. And I don't even know. We'll just do a desktop. Paper hat design. Alright, so this is the last word, which is days. Okay. Go back to my other one and take days out completely, and I'm left with happy. Make sure that is centered. And I'm going to save this one, the same folder, and just call it happy. Alright, so I have my designs and they're saved. Let me look at this stitching a little bit closer. This stitching, because it gets so big from one side to the other, it turned it into fill stitches. And I don't really want fill stitches on my hat. I want it to be beautiful satin stitches. Go from one side to the other. So I actually have to go in and change this setting so they're nice and beautiful. We're going to go back into the properties again. And we're going to go to top stitching. And there is this feature in the software that says use fill for stitch lines greater than. And then you're supposed to put in a option. How big do you want it to change? And this is to prevent really long stitches on items that you're going to launder a lot, because the longer the stitches are, the more chances they're going to get hung on a random piece of Velcro or something when it's being tossed around, or even just worn on a daily basis. So to make all of the stitches in there nice satin stitches, I need to turn this feature off, and I'm just going to put a 0 in because it says right here 0 disables the feature. And when I apply that, you'll see how the stitches all become nice pretty satin stitches. And I'm going to do this on the other design as well. Before I do that, save it, go to the other design, click on the 3D, zoom in. Yep, this one did the same thing. So I'm going to go to the properties, into my top stitching, turn off the fill for stitch lines greater than. And I have beautiful satin stitches. Excellent. This is centered. We're going to save that. So now I'm at the point where I really need to print these pieces out. So I'm going to go to the print feature, and it will let you, pick your printer. But what I want to pay attention to on this little print screen is the bottom left corner that says Melco. It's a box. And in here, I want to make sure that I print my origin, which is the red line that runs through the center of my design. And I want to print the grid just so that I have some lines to work with while I'm setting it all up on the machine. I don't really need the notes or the status for any of this that I'm doing. This is just so I get a visual for the hat. Alright. And the printer's not connected. No surprise here. Let me see. How am I going to do this? Could save it as a JPEG. No, because I didn't have the word picked out yet.
Well, you have to switch networks in order to wirelessly print it, and in order to do that, you need to drop your stream. So, can you email it to me?
I'm working on that.
Okay, I'll print it and bring it up back.
Yes, sir. I'm working on emailing it to you right now. Desktop. 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 Where's my folder? Hat design. JPEG. JPEG. And maybe next time I'll have a printer set up so that we don't have to share files back and forth. Hi, Hello Kitty. How are you, Hello Kitty? Alright. On that note, I'm gonna go to my machine and get it turned on. After all, that's what this camera is for. Alright, we're gonna have to go to the overhead camera. Overhead. Okay. I've been good. We've been staying busy and out of trouble. So that's always a good thing. I'm gonna put my template aside. Yes, I did email it. It says sending. It's stuck. Great. Okay. I gotta see if I can get this file sent some other way. Where did I move those to? Items. You remove. Jeez. You moved to trash. Ugh. And it's gone. Okay, let me try to save the file again. Share 2 items, yes. And it's not synced, so none of my emails are coming up. Awesome. Okay. New mail. Let's try going from there and just insert it that way instead of trying to share it. Okay. Now let's see if it's sent. The joys and fun of not having the printer set up. So, alright. Design is ready. Getting that printed. Machine is on. But not communicating. Fabulous. Okay. Let's try a thumb drive. Bring a thumb drive when you come. Did you bring a thumb drive?
No, I thought you were showing yours was already out the door.
They're right on the main drive.
Those
Huh?
happy.
Yeah, one is called Happy, and right here, Happy, and the other one is called Days.
Let's see. Just give me eject the drive and give this me. I'll get bring it right back.
I don't know why it won't eject it, so it may or may not be there. So I'm set up in the camper. Finally got the toy hauler. Been working on the toy hauler and getting it set up for a while, and so finally got the toy hauler set up. and trying to figure out, you know, camera angles and where to work in this space, and learning how to flip through 4 cameras. Work on getting the machine to communicate. All the cables and things get unplugged and replugged, and so sometimes it doesn't like to communicate the first time. But that's okay, we'll get it. Seriously? Come on, what changed? It all came on yesterday. Okay, I'm just gonna have to reboot and restart the computer in order to get the machine to communicate for some reason. So, I'm gonna have to go, and I will be back on later.